Good evening, or damn near good morning. Good evening. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Kim. Mike, what's up? Fish. It's a bad move on air. Just want to give you a quick update. Savannah has made a event for tomorrow at Walmart at 12 o'clock. I think it's going to be her and Chelsea. They're going to be out there. Hello, Betty. There's Bethany. They'll be out at Walmart collecting supplies. It's funny, last night at this time, I was on air hoping and praying for good outcomes in this area. And we dodged a bullet, luckily. But areas around us did not. And if you've all seen the footage, and I don't know if you've seen the layouts of the tornadoes, but they hit everywhere around the central part of the state of Indiana and missed us. Hello, Katie. Hello, Jerry. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like and share. Hello, Ricky. Some of the hardest hits: Edwardsville, Illinois, Arkansas at a nursing home. The one in Kentucky, the one is the tornadoes we are focusing on. Mayfield was obliterated. You can go on one of their VFW pages. You can look at them on videos. That's going to be surrounded and taken over by the National Guard for now. Hello, Mitzi. Pretty much no one in, no one out. The path of that tornado went 250 miles. And if you can imagine going 250 miles in a line anywhere in any direction around these parts, you're going to hit little towns and little burgs. Many of those places were wiped out. And instantly we thought this morning about putting together a group. Chelsea had mentioned it to me online. And hello, Jennifer. And I said, I'll run with it. Let's see what we can do. And I threw it to Larry and Corey and Beth, Savannah, and everybody jumped on. Luke, Brandon. We have a great group of folks heading this up, and Larry, with his contacts all over the planet, makes it a lot easier for maneuvering goods from one state to another and getting things organized. It's stuff like this. This is what we do in this country. This is what we do in this county, in this city, in this area. When someone needs help, we step up. We're not gonna build them a golden palace. We know that. We don't have the funds or the time to do that. But if we can make their life a little bit easier with the hell they are living in right now, can you imagine 2 weeks from Christmas, you lost everything in your life. With no, not just you, your neighbors, their neighbors, around the block, down the street, across the way, down the road. No kid's going to be opening presents in that neighborhood unless somebody steps up. They're in dire need of water, baby wipes, baby food, what they say, blankets, everything that we pretty much have said off and on all day. But one thing we did miss was the toys, and I don't know how to handle that because necessity comes first. You got to have water, you got to have basic food, and we want to get that moving first. But I can't imagine. There's probably literally hundreds, if not thousands of kids in that path, in this 250-mile path, that don't have a Christmas tree, don't have gifts wrapped. And there's unless there's groups like us, and there are, I've been scouring the pages. There are groups from other parts of the country that are doing the same thing we're doing for that area. Thanks, Val. There are other groups across the country that are also stepping up, and I hope that things can get turned around for them a little bit in time. They're talking, there'll be areas of that city that won't have power for 2 months. Are those cities? It's winter time. I know it didn't feel like it yesterday, but it's winter time, and it's going to be winter for a few months. They have no home to go home to. They're not going to wake up Christmas morning with a cup of coffee and a cup of hot chocolate as the kids tear open the presents. For hundreds, if not thousands, of families. And that, I don't know, that bugs me. So we're going to do what we can. Like I said, we're not building the golden palace for them. We don't have the money to supply lumber and things like that. What do you say, Dan? I agree, Jennifer. But we're going to do what we can, and it might be the smallest thing, but hopefully the water we've already got, and this is just scratching the surface. We've got 10 cases of water in here, 6 bags of goods and goods and food and toothbrush and toothpaste and things like that. Teresa Massmer, I think we've got $600 in gift cards that we're going to be applying and using probably tomorrow. Any prayers? Exactly. There's others that lost more than material things. You're right, and that is just heart-wrenching. So if there's any way we can make life just a little bit better for them over the next 2 weeks, I'm all in. And if I could cut work for the next 2 weeks and spend time between here and there and organizing things, I would. Unfortunately, I can't. I have my own bills and things like that to take care of, but I'm going to do what I can on this end between now and when everything's somewhat turned back to normal for them. There are no stores. We thought about giving them gift cards. Where are they going to go? Where are they going to shop? They may end up in a gymnasium floor somewhere for the next 3 weeks. Can't do that. We have points of contact down there. Larry Ralph has a far reach. This is home to him in that area. Home to him is that area, and he's going to he's putting his heart and soul in this. This is his home turf. He knows a lot of families down there. He's got family down there. He's got friends down there. This guy has been involved with fundraisers and relief efforts since 1992, and he's not missed one, and he's certainly not going to miss this one. Just an unbelievable human being, him and his family. So, and we've got a bunch of them. Bethany, Corey, Savannah, Chelsea, Luke, Brandon, Larry and Linda, my brother. It's a good group of folks, and we're all trying to figure out ways and ideas and things like that to get things gathered in a timely manner, get them loaded up, and get ready to roll. Probably first truck out of this area is going to be Thursday of next week. Probably. Like Larry said, first few days, there's people in shock. They don't have any clue what's going on and everything like that. You got to let the workers get in there, clear the streets, get some things organized, and then relief efforts will kick in. So once we get some things rolling, sealed up and ready to roll next Thursday morning, hopefully I'll go to work late as they pull out of here with the first load. But if you want to help, And I've seen many say, hey, let me know, let me know, let me know. I'm letting you know right now. I'm sorry, I don't have time to go through all my list and all my people and say, hey, we need help. Nothing else. That is awesome. And see, the show about hope and things had been eating at me for months. And we finally pull the trigger on it and get Larry in here, and he sends that message, and boom, this happens. That tells me every time something like this comes up that I'm in the right spot. And sometimes I don't feel that, and sometimes I don't think it. But when things like this happen, I know I'm in the right spot. I got a big mouth. And for situations like this is when God said, hey, go ahead, use that yapper you got that you won't shut up with. And so that's what I'm doing. And we're gonna do what we can. And that guy right there is amazing. That man right there, we are blessed in this community to have an individual like that in our community. Larry Ralph, one of a kind. And he is a blessing. I look at it this way. When we had our tornado, which was minute compared to this thing that went on last night, we had people from all around central Indiana helping us out. Football team from I forget where came down and cut limbs. You had workers from out of town. We have a good group, Lori. Thank you so much. So this is our time. This is our time to reach out and help. It may not be our state. I don't care. If it was our state, we'd be helping just the same. Luckily, our state didn't get hit in the manner that Kentucky did. Who knows? 10 years down the road, they may have to return the favor for us. And if they don't, they don't. Who cares? As Larry said, this is all that matters. Probably Thursday morning would be our first truck out, Colton. By the time we get things organized, get point of contact squared away, location down there, and we have communication with people down there, and get enough. Corey, I think, is getting a full skid of water from Sam's Club, like 1,600 bottles of water. We already have 10 cases. I know we have 10 more coming in at least on that. Let me rephrase that. I know we have at least 15 more coming in. Got a couch full of supplies, and it's not enough. It is not enough. It is not enough. And I was in bed because I was up till 3:30. I was in bed laying there, and our text group with the amazing people that's involved in this is just going haywire. And the toy thing came up in my mind. And I'm like, we got to do something with that. And maybe this first load is all necessities because you got to have those to live. But we're going to have to do something. And I don't care if it's Christmas Eve that we run down there. We're going to have to do something with a load of toys. Even if it's for a block of kids, 5 families, 6 families, whatever. Christmas Eve. But we have to. I don't see any way around it. We can't cover them all. There's 250 miles of damage and destruction and houses that are clean off the slate. There's nothing left. But maybe we take care of a little group, and there's other groups that take care of a little group, and another group that takes care of a little group. I don't know how we're going to organize that part of it. Right now, we're focusing on space heaters. Yeah, I could. That's another issue. That's another thing that's needed. Tarps, gloves, duct tape, bungee cords, space heaters, toiletries, necessity items, quick snack food, baby supplies. I saw the one video. Yeah, they lost everything, Colton. I saw one video of a guy that said he hadn't prayed in 5 years. And he said he hunkered down in his little white house, and it was, a little house, maybe a 1 or 2 bedroom. And he hunkered down with his family and prayed on the spot, and his house was still standing. The houses around him obliterated. I'm not saying those others didn't pray and his house was spared because of that, but in his heart he has hope. And that's what we're trying to provide. Just a little bit of hope for some folks that lost everything. Everything. Watch those videos. There's drone footage of a guy that went over the entire scene. It looks like a war zone. There's cars that are completely demolished. Brick houses completely demolished. Schools, churches, pet food. Yeah, Jennifer, pet food too. They lost everything. I focus more on the necessity of the items, the necessity to keep people functioning so they can in turn provide for their family and get things moving and figure out. But they lost everything. Devastating. There is no good time of year for this to hit. But this is probably the worst time of the year. Probably the absolute worst case scenario down there right now. We got to do what we can. Thank you, Jennifer. Got to do what we can, and I know, and we're not going down there with hammer and nails and rebuilding their houses same day. It's just not. That's not the way it works. But maybe we can warm their heart enough to keep them going and give them enough motivation and hope to continue the fight and get back off the ground and start rebuilding. That's what we do as people. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. Doesn't matter what your skin color is. Doesn't matter if you're a Kentucky fan or an IU fan. All that's irrelevant. It's a human being in need. And that's what we're trying to help. And we're gonna do what we can. And with your guys' help. You always step up. And what's happened so far is you can't put in words the amount of support we get. I mean, the number of people, just like Jennifer, that step up. It's basically a 3.5 hour drive down where our point of contact is. Somebody else is messaging me now. It's basically a 3.5 hour drive down, 3.5 hour drive back. So you're looking at a full day down there and back, loading and unloading, and for a great cause. I meet and I have been connected with some of the best people I've ever met in my life because of events like this. And Larry Ralph being one of them. Anyway, keep that in the back of your mind about the toy thing. I don't know. I don't know if we can. Thank you, Mike. I don't know if we can even pull that off toys wise. I mean, it's a whole different thing. Age groups and wants and needs and but I think we got to do something there. The first thing we do is we take this necessity item. They're in dire need of water. That was one of the things said on what I was reading from that area. We'll take our first load. Hello, Tim. Our first load Thursday morning out of here, and go from there. And maybe when they get back, they'll have a better idea on what we're needing and what we're looking at. I'm hoping hundreds of groups step up from across the country. I wish, this is the only thing I wish I could do. And I have talked to Ramey. So Ramey has sent this out tonight too. That guy has more reach than anybody I know. Hopefully other groups will step up and provide some supplies and goods and necessity items to people in the area. Thank you, Jennifer. I certainly will. Anyway, hug your little ones, hug your family, give them a call. You never know. You never know when stuff like that happened 24 hours earlier could happen in your life. Even the uncle you don't like, give him a call. Say, I still don't like you, but you're still my uncle. Just never know. Where do we bring things to? Here at the studio, let me type it in there for you. I can do this. All right. 909 East Columbus. There'll be someone here by noon tomorrow. I got some stuff to do. If I decide to stay home tomorrow morning, I'll let you know. But I will be gone at 12, and Corey will be in here at 12. Anything you got. Anything you got will help. They lost everything. Everything from toilet paper to drinking water. Gone. Christmas toys, Christmas trees, Christmas decorations. Thanks, Jennifer. Hugs right back to you because you always step up there. Every time, no questions asked. Couldn't imagine losing it all. Couldn't imagine losing it all at any point in time of the year. But losing it all at Christmas. Anyway. Thanks, Corey. I've totally spaced on that. Savannah and Chelsea will be out there. Larry. Yes, tomorrow at noon out at Walmart. Chelsea and Savannah will be out there. I knew Steve. We have a point of contact already, but Chris, if need be, we will get a hold of you. Amen, Larry. Amen. All right, I'm gonna try to go sleep some. Let's do what we can. Keep the toy thing in the back of your mind. You got any ideas on that? Message me. I do agree that necessity items, food and water and stuff like that, have to go first. Got to have that. And then maybe might late Christmas Eve, we could end up down there with a load of toys. Night, Lori. That could brighten some little one's face come Christmas morning. 'Tis a season to give. What better way? That's right. Whoever gave the stars, Jennifer, thank you. We have a school bus ready to go on a Saturday that we could completely fill with toys, or food, or water, or everything. Thank you, Jennifer. Exactly, Savannah. Thank you. You're welcome, Becky. Thank you for helping. Yeah, I pray there are other groups. I noticed on the one page of other people saying they were organizing and doing things too. So that's fantastic if they are. It's what we do as people. We help fellow human beings out when they're down and out. I don't think they could be any more down and out than they are right now. Pitch black, no electricity, no house, no car, clothes on your back, no food, banking system shot. My rig is basically a school bus. I mean, and I'm not knocking third world countries, but they basically got knocked back third world status in one night. So let's help them out. I'm getting messages from people I don't even know, and that's incredible. Oh, this is from them down there. Hang on. Sorry, folks. That's from Mayfield. They wanted to know if we were bringing our stuff to the VFW post. That's in Albany, Kentucky, though. In an instant, Jennifer. You know, I said earlier in the day, I know some people think it's silly that we get on here and try to keep you informed about the storms and things like that. But I like to think that that kid or that older person or that family that's ignoring the news and the weather and everything else, just happened to click on our broadcast at the right time and got into shelter. And they may have lost their house, they may have lost everything, but they walked away from it. That's why we do what we do. If we help one individual out, it's all worth it. And if we do this and we help one family out and it provides a seed of hope for them, it's all worth it. All worth it. Every bit of it. Anyway, I can ramble on this all night. You're welcome, Teresa. I can ramble about this all night. It'll keep me awake, trying to think of ideas or things we could do to speed up the process and to increase the size of what we're doing. Because it's not going to go away in 7 days. See, look at her. She is Savannah's mind is running 1,000,000 miles a minute, just like mine. That's awesome. She is a wonderful person. We have some of the best people in this group, and they're amazing. Just outstanding people. All right, guys. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's Sunday. Hello, Brad. If you're out and about tomorrow, Savannah, working with people like Corey and Beth and you and Larry makes it easy, dear. Makes it easy. If you're out and about tomorrow, if you're at your church, well, we have something planned tomorrow at noon out at Walmart. Savannah and Chelsea will be out there. At noon tomorrow, collecting goods. A full tank and an empty trailer. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Brad. If you're out and about tomorrow, you're at your church or wherever, out and about eating lunch, let people know about this. Spread the word. Excuse me. There may be other groups in town doing it also. Have them join up with us. We don't mind. We can join forces and help each other out. Get it down there. Lots of people volunteer to drive. Let's fill it up. Jennifer's got a whole truck ready. We got a school bus ready. We had a 30-foot trailer offered, an enclosed 30-foot trailer. We've got 3 or 4 trucks and trailers. People that are ready to make that drive. All we got to do is fill it up. Fill it up and head that way. Love each and every one of you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I love doing this. If I could do it 24/7, I would. I'm not independently wealthy, though. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful evening. Get some rest. And tomorrow's another day. We'll give it a go and see what we come up with. Love you guys.